Hello and welcome to another Impulsive Compulsion here at Question the Truth with me, Slisk Lindqvist. I've been thinking a bit since everything getting new. How about doing it this way right now? Like, how about actually restart the count? I'm gonna go from part 0 from now on. This is part 1. And part 0 will be the intro then, right? Wouldn't it? So, all the old material will be there. It's just that it's impulsive compulsion. It's impulsive thoughts that I've had. It's not thought through, it's just been put out there. And I'm still gonna do that because I think it's a good thing and it needs to be done. It needs, at least I need, to have my thought train out there. But I am not going to release videos just to get more numbers. I'm not interested in having millions of followers. All I want is to state my it's not even to state it. All I want to do is put my thoughts out there. But I do it as seldom as possible because I don't want to have followers. Really, it's a strange thing, isn't it? I don't want to have a following. I don't want others to look up to the thoughts I have and view them as more important than their own thoughts. There, said and done. So why am I starting this from part 1? This is the new theme. It's the 2021 plus theme that I've put together. You can see the other themes that's been going on earlier, but I'm stuck with these colors apparently, and even though I don't really have any favorite colors, this color scheme, group of colors feels good, kind of. Let's see, I have something I need to do here because it's not working properly, so there, awesome, now it's working properly. So what am I going to talk about? I have been watching a whole lot of videos about a lot of things. Also seen lots of pieces of scripture throughout the years. And I'm still very, very, very open and honest about this. I have still not read the Bible through and through. And I will probably never do it. Because it might sway the thought train. It might manipulate how I see things, because it's the thought train of a lot of other people that has been written down. The same goes for the Quran. Same goes for, well, Buddhism, Taoism, or Taoism. It's supposed to be Taoism, but yeah, it's a bit slow. You know that Tao is, in Thai, it's turtle. So Tao, which is very slow, it's like a turtle. Yeah, so that's a yoke on me. It's a very bad one, bad pun. So, every time I think I want to do something good for others, I kind of see all the other stuff and I get, I don't know, I kind of misinterpret it as a misinterpretation of myself, and it doesn't go that well. It's not pleasant in any way. I don't know how to do or what to do about it. There's, right now, there seems to be the algorithms for YouTube is pushing a lot of things that has to do with the Messiah, and what has to do with scripture, and what has to do with prophecies. And while I think it's interesting to take part in it, people kind of forget to live their lives. They just get stuck in those things instead. And I know for myself that I've been stuck in it. Because they exist. For me, God is the ultimate teacher. God taught me everything, and I've been a part of me and you and everyone around, everything around, since the beginning. While I view God as life, it's a very abstract thought, really, because everyone sees life in different aspects, different perspectives. I can see the potential of how it could be misunderstood, or yeah. In some ways, the motion is seen as how should I put it? A force of nature. But without it, you and I wouldn't live. None would. Still, it's from a word. when people have asked me why I think it's like this, I've stated, or they question the logic of it. How could life exist? How was life created? I mean that life created itself, because God is the only one capable of creating that motion which would create itself. You can only be part of life. You can't be life. You can take part in life. You can have life within. You can observe life. You can speak of life. Life will be there for you, even though you aren't sure you want to be there for life. Now, from my perspective, this is what the Most High is. The Creator is the creation of its creation. Creator is the creation of its creation. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father, Son, Spirit. Basically the same thing. A lot of people don't really understand there's thoughts surrounding we are all connected. We are not really all connected in the ways that some people think we are connected. We are more or less connected through how we view ourselves. So I've said many times that I am what I see or what I seek in others, my true self. Let's put up a scenario. You see someone and you're like, you tell them, don't do that because you would get hurt. Now, you aren't capable of being the true teacher, but life is, and life will teach. Even though you can find it a bit gruesome, it's still gonna teach those that listen, that are ready to listen. And this person might be doing it anyway, and then you say, oh damn, what an idiot. But is it really an idiot that stands before you, or are you the idiot? And this is a statement coming from I am what I see in others, my true self. Because if you see something in someone else, it also means that you have that intent within you, meaning you are what you see. And this is why I respect others and I understand others, that they do not have the same capability of thought as I have. only if they have been through the same are they capable of the same comprehension of the outcome. Life teaches those that listen. And you can see it as if I am telling you there is no God. It's up to you. It's your free will to believe in life or not as the true God or a God or the only God. It's still just duality. Life is, life isn't. That's the duality. What creates life is motion, and motion, that is what God is. Or is not. When the motion stops existing, then you're no longer part of life. Not in the physical realm, anyway. And the energy that is built up through the motion, well, that motion will become the spirit. Everyone looks upon this differently. I can be seen as evil or good. It's a duality. I'm neither. And there's a big difference between being righteous and self-righteous. And in order to give a righteous decision or view something plainly objective and righteously, you first need to go to yourself. I might be very wrong about what I see as God, while others see what they want to see. From my perspective, I view how should I put it? I view good and evil as a subjective realization. I don't mean that you're supposed to think that a murderer did the good thing. No. How I view those people are that they don't have any self-worth. Therefore, they can't see self-worth or worth in others. And because they don't see worth in others, they put themselves above others and find themselves to have the right to kill others. How did I come to these thoughts? I came to these because I once ate meat. Well, not once. Before I changed my life, I ate meat. I ate animals. And I also killed insects. And I don't do that anymore. You could interpret it like I would be the lord of the flies, or the flies be lords over me, but all I see is equal value in all life, and they have their part to play in our ecosystem. They have their own lives to experience. They are part of life as a whole entity, and we as singular entities within life can only observe parts of life, and we should respect life and therefore also respect all other entities. That's how I see it. You might not see it the same way, and I can't judge you. In the ways that I used to judge people. Because not everyone are conscious of what value they put upon themselves and others, and they don't view things as I view it. I've been told that I am evil a lot of times now, these last or past 4 years. I've been told that I'm evil because, I've not been quiet about telling people that they are not conscious of their decisions. They are not conscious of their actions. They are not conscious of who they are. And I will still tell them that they are not conscious people. Because that is the truth. Maybe I'm blind too. For me, I've said that there are almost 8 billion people on Earth. Our enemy is ourselves. But that doesn't mean you should go and kill yourself. No, you should find yourself. You should find your worth, your value within, and then, how should I put it? Emanate that value upon others. Openly. And, not right. not like that. You shouldn't be vicious just because you don't have any self-worth. Really, being honest doesn't mean you can be super hideous to other people or stuff like that. You should be honest, but with compassion and kindness. And I don't know if I've been that. I care about people. I really do. But the more I think about it, the words are manipulation. The only way for me to not hurt other people, it's also like this. I am not capable of hurting other people. I could have the intent to want to hurt another person by the choices of my words. But if you do not have the same intent or the self-loathing that is needed in order to actually take in and accept that intent. If you don't have that same intent, you will not get hurt by the words or the choices of the unconscious mind towards another. Because they are only hurting themselves, but they can't see it. They don't understand that they hurt themselves in the process by maybe calling you an idiot. They don't understand that they are actually hurting themselves. The people that walk around in the world and they how should I put it? It's there's a lot of people around the world and they are so easily they get so easily angry because they take what others say as a personal attack. I've witnessed it so many times these past 5 years now. 5 years. Actually, it's been 5 years. 2016. May 2016. Or June. May or June 2016. And my whole life was just turned upside down. I didn't view everything in a negative light anymore. I just saw everything as positive. Everything was positive. And everything is so simple. So, I've also had all those people that is living their lives as victims. Now, you could be a victim in one way, but when it comes to being called certain stuff, if you hold it to your mind to believe another person's truth and make it your truth, then you are creating a lie that should not be part of your life. And then you keep on living that lie, and you tell yourself that you are a victim of others' hurtful ways. You go on and on and on and on, and you believe those lies that you have created because you accepted another person's truth, limited by their conscious mind. You are not the other person. That person is a singular entity that sees another reality from yours. So why do you accept that reality to be your reality? I've been there. But I stuck up for myself. I have a very strange name. And it's Slisk. It has a duality to it. And it is that it's not a positive word. I don't think it has ever been a positive word, because it was a word before it became a name. It's never been a name. I made it a name. The stereotype that this name was used for was these guys with back slick, lots of hair product, or they hadn't washed their hair for like months on end, so it was full of fat, looking like hair product. Yeah, that's a slimy person. Also, the attitude of that slimy person is to be in a certain way that others feel is uncomfortable behavior. And those people have been called slisks, or sliskig, to be sliskig. But in older Swedish, slisk is actually something that is too sweet, like honey. Honey is really sweet. It's so sweet I can't eat it. And that's basically why I had such ease to not include that in my vegan diet. Yeah, I'm a vegan. I had to say that, right? Okay, so, but that's about values. But I am not a vegan, really. It's the easiest word to describe how my values interact with other life forms or entities, like leaves, snails, plants, trees, dogs, cows. All life is equal. All life is equal because life is flowing through all that is living. And if you take this to the extremes, you would probably just stop eating. Which I kinda tried to do for a while. Yeah, anyway. So, Slisk means too sweet. So sweet that it's too much. Almost so that it gets disgusting. I don't know if I have that kind of personality, but names describe the personalities of people in a way. From my perspective, I hated myself. I hated everything about myself, and I couldn't understand why. And I hated myself. Well, now I can understand why, or now I get it. I get it that I hated myself because others wouldn't see value in me. But it's not their job to see value in me. It's up to me to seek value in me and then see the same value in others. That's how we create a new, better world. We see our own value, and we take our own value and put it upon others as equal beings in a united world. Now, that doesn't mean I want globalism, because globalism tends to kill cultures. No, we can work together without we can work together as one without being the same entity, right? And I've said it many times also to people within politics. Lately I've been really angry about it because a sane, rational person needs to be able to switch between the negative and the positive at all times, to gather and observe and learn from what they see and analyze the possible problems or not that could exist or not with the new model that is or is not to be used. Now, this has to be with direct democracy or liquid democracy, and it is not going to work as long as people are going to live in the old ways of their old mindset, when they think that they can go and judge other people freely without consequences. But there's always consequences. We call it karma, but it's direct, but people don't understand that. They get angry at themselves. When you see something and you get angry, or you hear something and you get angry, you're not angry at that person, you're angry at yourself for seeing a difference in another person. Because a lot of people have a hard time dealing with differences in other people. They can't accept it. They live by their way of thinking. I don't mean to push a new thought upon other people. It's not like I mean, you don't learn anything anyway if you don't listen. Those that listen learn, and those that follow leads. That's how I see it. When you listen, you learn lots of things. And when you observe what you hear, really analyze it. What is part of me that I hear now, and what is part of the other? How much of what I hear is things that I add to, and how much of it is the true words of that one that I am listening to? Those that follow, they lead. They follow a good example, and that is why they are capable to lead. The highest, best, or the highest so many people says it's difficult to turn the other cheek around. Is it really? Really? No, it isn't. If you understand that a lot of the things that you yourself do, if you understand or get it, that all that you see as faulty comes from within yourself, if you understand that or get that, then you will notice that the judgment you place upon others is actually judgment for your neglectance of the other. Well, that's kind of how I see it, but you know, I'm really tired of all the people around the world running around being really, really unconscious about how they see things, deal with things. I don't know, is this a... This is just a rant. So. But the thing is that I will never release anything that is already cut into pieces. If you are to listen to me, you're supposed to be listening to all of me, not parts of me that I think is valuable. Because within some of the words that I might not see as value, you might see more value, like the silence between the words. Who knows? I don't know what you value. That's between you and life, really. So there's this becomes the ethical problem for me. Some people are not capable of change just yet when it comes to their diet, and I can accept that. But you're slowly killing yourself. You're disregarding life, and you're not respecting either yourself nor life in any shape or form. So the question is it righteous or self-righteous to state that you are not living by the highest ethical or the highest possible values? The world is changing. It is changing. It's changing slowly, but it's changing. And there are those that place their decisions upon fear, and that is what is going to kill off this civilization totally. When you make decisions based on the fears that you feel, or the complexes that you have to save every individual that has ever lived or can ever live, feel like some people are lying to themselves and therefore are lying to others. It's time to wake up. And we have also been led to learn a whole lot more in this era than probably any era, which is a good thing. But when people live without values, they tend to want change where there are none or no need for it. It's not good. There are needed some change in this world, or there is change needed, but it will come with the new values that people will see. When people see the new values and understand them, or not understand them, get them, and they can fully get it, that it is from within that all statements come. That day is when everything changes. All misunderstandings, everything gone within a second. At the moment that you get what is said now. And you will cry. You will probably cry so much. Because of how you have treated other people. Might also be that a lot of people gets angry at me, but I can take that. And I can take that because I do know that it's from your perspective that you dislike what I say. A lot of people misunderstand me and think I am above the rest or better than others, but I am not. I am an equal to all others. I've been there, struggling with understanding all of that has been going through my head. I keep on trying to learn more about myself. Learn more insights. Understand more about people. And the more I get from it, the sadder I get. Because I can't handle watching some of the stuff that is going on. It's not like people are vicious. People aren't evil. People are innocent to their own limitations. And those limitations are built upon the values of those around them. That is what divides us. And some people come up to me and they say, well, it's the difference in opinion. And it's not. You cannot change a value before you have the insights. And when you elevate your values, you usually change your lifestyle and way of seeing things. And that is when you understand that it was never an optional option or opinion, but rather an insight that you did not yet hold yourself. Because there is a difference in insights and an opinion. You and I could stand in the room and we are thinking, well, should we colour this white or should we colour this black? And you're like, I like the dark, so therefore it should be black. And I'm like, well, black is nothingness and oneness is white, pure and all and everything, so therefore it should be white. Now, that is a difference in insights. When we say, I don't know if I want to have it blue or red. What do you think? Well, I think it should be better with blue, but red is nice too. Then, well, maybe if we have it grey instead, because we can't really... I want it red or blue, not grey. That's a difference in a frickin' opinion. And it is very obvious that people are lacking consciousness on Earth. And they lack of it lots. And one person told me I should scream louder because I'm high up there on my high horse. And I was like, what are you saying? Because you see me on a high horse, not me. I am what I see in others, my true self. And I will keep on saying it, up until the moment that people gather their thoughts, get new insights, and understand what is said, and totally get it, and then shift their way of perspective. That is when you're no longer sleeping. That is when you are digging your way out of your God-forsaken grave. That's when you dig yourself out to see the light. See the sunshine in others, the smiles and the happiness. And notice that God is everywhere and you have been blind the whole time. I told my cousin some years ago, I think God shows himself or itself in every expression. That was so many years ago now. Well, I was told I was in the wrong section of YouTube also, not too long ago, because of my channel name, Question the Truth. It's not supposed to be that you question the scriptures. No, you're supposed to question yourself. You should question your own beliefs and your own values when you read the scriptures. And that is how you learn the quickest, when you read it. But still, I have a Bible here, and I have still not read it in its entirety. It's still, though, it's everywhere. The Bible is everywhere. It's in everything. It's in our laws, in our values, in our government systems, in our movies, in our literature, everywhere. And all you can see is the Bible. But the Bible has influenced everything that you can see. Which is why I don't really have an interest in reading it. But also I don't read books. I have a lot of books, but I've not yet read them. I'm gonna do that, but the books that I am going to read does not have anything to do with a lecture of any sort. It's just fantasy and science fiction, mostly mostly fantasy, because well, I don't know. I find them more interesting than reading a math book. But I do have a math book somewhere, 2 or 3 maybe. I can't remember. I think I have 3 of them. Oh. That was totally off topic. Oh well. An hour of ranting and nothing to conclude. No title. I think it's just gonna be called Restarting the Count or something. I don't know. I do however have another video that I need to do. Or need. I don't need to do it, but I want to make it. So yeah. Oh. You know, I like sitting here at home watching people. You know, other people, they don't really think like I do. They see other people as children. And I don't know if I want them to grow up or not. But if they grow up, they might actually create a wonderful unity. At the same time, if everyone grows up, how is the world going to be? A lot of people don't, well, they seem to want to be seen as if they are grown up. They want to be grown up so badly that they lie to themselves. I don't know if we are ever going to be able to grow up properly if we have the old mindset wherein we judge others based on ourselves. The biggest enemy we have is judgment, in a way. At least the self-righteousness. It got to end. I also told people that only those that aren't mature and isn't capable of handling their frustration when they feel that they are not heard use violence. And those people are children. But then we have those who see themselves as victims and they blame all the misfortune that they have created on those that they blame as offenders. But when it comes towards none other than yourself can hurt yourself, when it comes to physical pain, physical pain is temporary. If you let your fear control your life, that's when you I've basically given up on yourself. In a way, you actually need to not give up. Find new ways. I'm not going to go into that now, because everyone deals with it in different ways. And some people will never grow up. To get it that they made the choice. That put them into that exact life experience. Oh, I know it's difficult to hear. I know it sounds vicious. There is a difference in what is vicious and what is not vicious. If you know what you are doing is not right, if you know that everything you go through is your choices being created all around you, basically. It's your perspectives. If you choose to see things in one light, that's how you are going to view the reality that you live in. It's a given. But you will not get it before you are conscious that you are actually making those observations yourself. Thinking of different things. It's not a good thing. Is there any good things, bad things in this world? Not really, right? Tuesday. I think I'm gonna release this video directly then, as I release videos every Tuesday and Thursday when I have made any. Which hasn't happened in a while. And this has been a long rant with words that some people will probably not even take to heart at the moment. And I am ready to be seen as the most evil thing that you've ever come across in your life. Because I know that you see it because you are not capable of taking in my perspective at this moment. And when you are, or if you ever will be, is up to you. From my perspective, you is the spirit of spirit of the lesson. I have asked people a lot of things. I haven't read the Bible, once again, but I've seen lots of videos, movies, and so on, so forth, and I know there's a lot of discrepancies in these because they're supposed to be cooler or more bloody, etc., than it would have been in actuality. But yeah, so but I stated this ever since my awakening. I've stated this, and I will keep on stating it. I know why Jesus was killed, and it was because of the limitations of the people's consciousness, and that was why he on the cross came to beg them for forgiveness for what they have done or had done, because he knew that they did not get it, what he had said, and they got angry. And people still get angry. I have an analogy for that, and that is, you are a snail. And it's up to you how you value those words. You don't know what I think about snails. You should know what I think about snails. Should have picked it up when I said all life is equal. But for you, that snail might be this worthless little shell disgusting thingy that the French eat. Or it's this cute little squiggly thingy that is slowly moving about, living on the road. It's different perspectives for everyone. There's also different values for everyone. So some will have had taken that as a compliment, while others would have taken it as a personal attack. It's also people sided to kill him, right? And they did that because of their lack of consciousness, lack of understanding, or because they were understanding everything he said. Or allegedly said. which is also the Bible was not written by Jesus. It was written by the apostles. So we have to trust them. That everything that they have written is the truth of Jesus, right? Or Moses. Hey, what is going on here? Why did you do that? Huh, it's not supposed to be doing that. Huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, a bit of a technical issue here with the voice bot. Seems as it has to be updated in a way. I don't know. Oh, I think there's a bigger problem at hand even. Huh. The application is also having some graphical issues, so yeah, that's not on me, that's not my problem. Well, anyway, I mean to say that Jesus was killed by those that were not capable of taking in what he was saying, because they thought that it went against the teachings that they had learned. That's how I see it. Oh. Nah. I think I've said too much already. Oh, I think I'm gonna end it here, because this rant was more of a rant than anything, and I don't know if anyone got anything or understood anything of what I said. And those that are led to listen to this and listen through everything, know that I am grateful that you listen. But my insights I've come to be very unsure about myself when it comes to this. Maybe it's just supposed to be personal growth and nothing else. Maybe I'm not supposed to be telling people this, because it's too far ahead for some people. It's going to be seen as a lie, probably. But as I've said or told people before, I don't have any control over how others perceive me. I can only control how I perceive others. Because how I perceive others comes from within. So it has more to do with how I perceive myself than how I perceive the other. But I do project it upon the other so that they will get the respect that they perhaps not. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.